What is going on, everybody? Been a hot sec since the stream. I was out in Vegas for Bet Bash last week. It was absolutely an awesome, amazing event to be over at Bet Bash. That's why I was away from the stream. Had to, hang out in Vegas, meet some amazing people, talk about some amazing technology. But we are back, boys. It's been a long week. But don't get me wrong, I'm more than excited to be here right now and to get started with another stream. I missed you guys very much so. The streams are so much fun, and I want us to find some winners, find some odds. I want to also showcase the amazing Pick the Odds, fantastic sports betting tool, and their live odds screen, which we're on right now, is currently free. One more day for it to be free to test out. So if you guys have not been utilizing it for free, now is the time to do so. They always have a free trial at Pick the Odds where all the functionality of the tool work for free, but there are some limitations, like the live odds screen doesn't update in real time. It's like a minute delay. ARBs and EV are capped at 2% each. But the odds screen is free for today. So go to picktheodd.app and sign up for an account right now to utilize the free odds screen. Don't have to pay anything. And if you guys are, a returning user from stream, or returning viewer, I should say, you guys know the drill and how great this tool is and how much value we can get out of it. We had a killer day on our last stream on Saturday. It's been a minute because I was, again, out in Vegas, but we are back. We are back. So give me 1 second to get the promos out, as I always do. Then we're going to find some amazing bets. You guys know the drill. Okay. We need to get everybody in stream as always. You guys know the drill. We're going to find some amazing plays. We're going to find some ARBs. We're going to do what we always do on stream. And let me just promote because I want to get everybody into stream as always. You always have a great following. So I just want to make sure everybody is tuned in and we are good to go. And just like that, it's time to talk some ball, boys. So with an ARB, let's see if we can find anything pre-game. There's a lot of tennis going on. This is live tennis. We'll pause and we'll try to get some pre-game MLB. Might be tough with games. Haven't already started yet. No ARB, but we can capitalize on right this second, but that is fine. We'll always be checking back. We'll find some EVs. I haven't been on any of my apps since, yesterday when I got home, but I've been away. So let's see what promotions we have across the industry. We'll stick with the two main books and we'll find some plus EV plays based on that. But I'll have to gamble on my phone because it's always a location issue when I do it on my computer when I'm streaming. Don't know why. We got some preseason tonight too, but 25% profit boost on all parlays on FanDuel. Okay, 3+ leg, could be SGP, could be all sports. We can make ourselves a nice slip in that regard with the mixing up some plus EV spots in different sports. Don't need to be MLB only. And let's see what DraftKings has for us as well. Okay, logging in. We have a choose your MLB boost. Get a Nerfy, Gurfy, or HRR boost on markets tonight. Needs to be a 2+ leg parlay. We've done a good job finding Nerfies and Yurfies. Or to Pick the Odds does. Our EV calcs have been doing really well with those. So probably going to opt for the Nerfy. It's making us choose. This is a big decision, boys. HRR, there's obviously a lot more opportunity. Let me read the terms again, because if we could bet some unders, then maybe it is HRR is the best way. But sweating a Nerfy is obviously the most fun. Shaq, pause/play button. Great question. It is in settings. There is a setting to have the display button. I'll find it for you. Pause button right here. On the side here, general settings, pause button, and you turn it on to show here. So that's how you can get, excuse me, Shaquille, sorry, buddy. That's how you can get the pause button to show. Sorry, I'm discombobulated. I'm betting the Nerfy boost. We're claiming the Nerfy boost, but that's how you get the pause button to show. It's a great feature because if you're loading through PTO and you want to stop all the mayhem with odds moving constantly, which is always a good thing at times. But Yeah, Chalk texted me with the HRR boost. I'll definitely take a look into this, Chalk. I opted for the Nerfy boost, so I wish I saw your message 2 seconds earlier, because otherwise I would have HRR'd. But we're sweating Nerfies, I think, today. But I'll definitely do a little bit of analysis for you, absolutely. But we got MLB. Let's do what we always do. Let's go through a run of EV, and let's make sure we can see what we can find. We're going to the test EV that I've been utilizing and doing well with. Though the new, I know we made on stream last time, we created this new EV. I didn't get to fully finalize it. I went to Bet Bash, like I mentioned. It was an amazing time. So shout out to everybody who was there, and to Spanky and Co for an amazing event. I still need to update this. I feel like my EV calcs are still in a spot where they can be improved. And my improvements are somewhere in between the 2 ones that I created, because I did some nice things here. Tested, they could use some tweaking. So I will I'll do that off stream just to kind of show you guys some more plays. But I think that's going to actually help us out big time. But let's pause. Let's find some pregame MLB. We'll max out these boosts and we'll have ourselves a day. So much tennis going on, a lot of live tennis, a lot of pregame tennis too, which we can of course lock in. This match is tomorrow, but let's see what we got here. Over 21.5 games, 5.8% plus 110 on DK that way as well. This looks like a good one, so let's click on into DK and see if that's there. Because if it is, I'm about to lock it in on my phone, and I'm about to play this. So we have over 21.5 games in this tennis match plus 110. EV to Novig, Penny, Bet Online. It's a good bet. So I'm going to be tracking this one right now on PTO. Bet tracking still has some time to go. I was actually talking to the heads of PTO, amazing guys, and we still have to wait a little bit longer for bet tracking, unfortunately, which the way that they were describing what is going to come from it, I just can't wait. But let's go right now. Tracked and bet first play of the day right now, a little tennis match. Right there. That is for tomorrow, though. So we'll see if we end up getting some CLV. We look like we're on the right path. But the match is tomorrow, so we won't be able to see results until tomorrow. But that is no big deal whatsoever. We can sweat this out overnight. Click play again, and then we'll do a quick play and pause just to see if anything moved there. But that's a good start for stream. We got one bet in. Let's keep rocking. All right, some tennis going on. These indicators mean that the game is live, so we're going to avoid some live. We're going to try to just get in. Pre-game, Luis Robert home run on B365. Market average 541. Circa and Bookmaker with good prices. This is like a good bet for any B365 user. Little Robert home run. Let's try it around the bump. Market average 542. Let's take a look at how this has moved throughout the day. Let's see. Sorry, let's go to Circa. Circa stayed at their price. They haven't really moved. Novig has seen a good amount of movement, but sitting around the same price point with some solid liquidity at Novig. FanDuel has gone the other way, meaning essentially it opened up higher. Now it's closing a little bit with worse odds, aka seems like there was some money toward the under there. We could take a look, though FanDuel doesn't offer unders, but let's see if Bookmakers kept it around the same price. Circa has not moved whatsoever. Profit X, good amount of movement on Profit X. Got down to that 614 range, but now back to 750 where it's kind of stabilized. I'm going to pass on the home run there. See, this is over 20 games. This is the same match we were looking at. Still value on I guess this is like the other one was like an alt line. Let's pull this up and see. You should see seeing both of these in the slip now. It's the same match. 21.5 is plus 110, where 20.5 is minus 110. Of course, can't parlay them, but looks like there's value on both sides here on the U.S. women's qualifier. Cincinnati. I'm going to see Iga Swiatek is playing tonight. Minus 650 at 6 o'clock. Damn. I might definitely butcher her name, but that's a different time. That's the final in Cincy. Let's see. I could do the search function. What is that? Okay, so seeing all on this one, looking at my phone quickly, we have sets, match lines, total games. The 20.5 minus 110 is EV, and so is the 21.5 as well. So even the alt line or the class or the baseline, so we can bet both of those. Both the same amount of expected value. Let's see the prices and liquidity at from Novig and Pinnacle here to see if there is like a massive difference. Again, some lag here, definitely on my end. Let's get the play button going. So we have the alt line of 21.5 locked in. It's showing up. It's 8.6%. And now more books are approaching that line. So this is definitely the better bet to make. So I'm glad that we did make that one. This is pregame, 5.8%, 290. Just dropped to 270 as we were speaking. So that is not something we're going to be able to get in on, but that was a good thought there. Just a little slow to draw, too much time. I'm looking at that DK, my bad. We had another look that we potentially could have got in on, but thankfully I wasn't even on the right screen because we didn't get in anyway. So now I don't feel bad. But so much tennis, which is always fun. Don't really care what sport we're capitalizing on. Money is green. What do we have here? Again, for tomorrow, some early action. Minus 120 at DK. Minus 115 on the plus side. Same price at Betway, but a lot of other books are a lot higher up. I just don't know how the tennis market kind of moves here, so I don't want to, overestimate my expected value based on my calcs because I am not entirely familiar with how that operates there. But let's keep going here. Maybe we'll find some MLB just for the fun of it. A lot of things are for tomorrow, but a Libertador 5+ Ks. Market average 119, 145 at DK. I mean, is this as simple as that? Let's see if it's still there. It is 5+ Ks for Libertador, but this goes back to the EV calcs I was trying to put together last stream. I think that DK is a little bit sharper in Ks than we normally give them credit for. More liquidity on the under at Novig. Amazing liquidity. If you guys are not using Novig, I say this all the time, but use promo code BetSmart. You get a $25 purchase match up to $25. So if you purchase $25 of Novig cash and you use promo code BetSmart, you get a free $25. And as you can see, Novig has $716 of liquidity there, which is massive. But FanDuel just jumped up. So I'm actually glad we didn't bet that over just yet because I don't think this price is as bad as it might seem, to be honest. From an EV perspective, I think my calcs could be better there. But we have a Nerfy Royals Rangers B365 plus 115. Yeah, let's just make sure this is available at 365. And if so, this is definitely looking like a pull. We have the boost on DraftKings. So we can, if you're on DraftKings only user or you don't have it in your state, we'll look at the price and that could be the first leg of the Nerfy parlay. But let's see, first inning, innings props, first inning, run under plus 115. So that is there. It can't go to bet 6 not in 365 state, but this is absolutely a play that we're going to track. So we have under 0.5 runs at 365 is a play. Market average 104 plus 115. Enough said. Let's get this tracked going here. Let's go back to BTO and let's track this Nerfy. So that's tag. I'm writing it down just so we have them because the tracker on PTO is not done yet. But for the DraftKings boost, I'm going to put that in my slip now because there's also a 15% 3-legger boost as well. That's not the other one we have. So that's good to see that we have 2 boosts. So we'll maximize both DK boosts. But this Rangers, at DK, it's minus 105, but with the boost, it will be EV. So I'm doubling down. Well, I shouldn't say doubling down per se, but I think you guys know what I mean. I'm going to be adding this Nerfy under to the slip. And I need one more Nerfy for the boost. There we go. That's one leg of that in. Let's see if we find another one. Some more tennis, a lot more tennis. There's so much going on. Philly to score first at home against Seattle. I definitely love these kind of bets. I hate that only Rivers has it. Market average 120. best 140. 138 at Unibet. We'll skip that for now, but that's always something I do like to look at. Some early CFB, big ass matchup, Buckeyes Longhorns in 12 days. Some value on 365 there. We will ignore that for now, though. Lynx Liberty tomorrow early on. Hard Rock, we see a lot of movements as days go by. Washington first half +3. Now, I saw that. I didn't read enough about the stars in this game here, but I actually want to look into this one for a hot sec. Washington, of course, got smoked in their first preseason game. It's +110, so it's still available at Caesars. I want to go back and compare odds. So it's by far the best price in market. And Caesars, I don't think has any, pertinent information here. It's a first half spread with nothing from Penny or Circa. But with that being said, I think this is definitely, just from a value perspective, a worthwhile bet at +110 at Caesar. So let's do what we do, and let's track this bad boy. We have some Monday Night Football action. Washington first half +3, +110, Caesar. And we are going to track that as well. Okay, so we are in with 3 bets, 1 tennis, 1 MLB, 1 preseason NFL. Just the way you draw it up in the end of August here. Rockies to score first against the Dodgers. I kind of like that. Against the 2%, obviously there is some EV that we can capitalize on. I just want to see how deep this bag is. All right, down to 1.9% is how low as we're going to get for EV, but no complaints from me. That was a great first session there. We'll play that there. Let's go and look at the bet tracking. It is still in beta. It's going to be a little bit for it to come out, but there are some really big plans for what PTO plans on doing, so it's going to be so sick when they come out with it. I got some inside intel, but not going to be sharing that right away. Let's go bet tracking beta. I have everything written down, but the PTO is a little bit lagging on me. I think it's my computer, though. Let's get a refresh. So much tennis today. I mean, just from a sports fan perspective, I love it. But we have the FanDuel boost that goes across multiple sports, so definitely down for that as well. All right, so what I want to go back to bet tracking and see if they do pop up. I think it's being okay. There we go. So we have for today Nerfy, Royals, Rangers, Commies first half +3. Then this is a tomorrow tennis match over 21.5. Lizette Cabrera, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce Alexandra's name. I just did my best impression there. Let's go to the odds screen and do things kind of the old-fashioned way. So we have market. We have the Nerfy, but we're going to go, and this is the amazing point of Pick the Odds, or I shouldn't say point, the amazing feature is you can go and find any single sub-market. So total points first inning. This is going to be our Nerfy view, where we can look at every single Nerfy. And we want to find another one for DraftKings. We have the Royals, Rangers, and then we need one more Nerfy for the boost. So let's see what that one is. We'll look at the odds at DK and compare them to the average. We're going to be having a boost, so it's going to be right here. Phillies Mariners already though -130 is the best price in market, and we're going to be boosting it. So that's the answer right there to the test. This is EV with the parlay with the DraftKings boost. I'm adding it on. I'm not going to track that individually. I'm just doing it with the boost. But first inning under a half. Now we have the 25% boost that brings it to +307. It's 25%, so that's nice. We'll look for maybe anything else to add, but I don't want that to move on us, like happens, pretty frequently. The Rangers, this was -105. I know we bet this 65, but with the boost, it makes sense. I don't want to try our luck too hard and add too many legs there. That we just saw a shot down from Novig. So, what's their under at Novig? 103. Okay, still the best price. So without further ado, I'm locking in this Nerfy boost for my max amount here, and I'm in. So the parlay of Nerfy, Rangers, Royals, and Mariners, Seattle. I'm not adding any more legs there. I think you can add more legs. It's a minimum of 2, but I'm going with just the 2 because that's where the EV is. So that's a play. That is absolutely a play. So boom. Max boost. Max boost done. All right, beautiful. So that's the end of the Nerfy boost. But as you can see with Pick the Odds, the best, or I should say, one of its like value props is that you can see the odds for anything so easily. And just like that, we subsection to totals. We have all the odds for Nerfies right here and in one spot. And we just found 2 that are positive expected value on based on the market. So another one here actually. This one on FanDuel, Cubs Brewers, even money. That could be the first leg of the FanDuel boost because it's not siloed. We can use it across all sports, and why not find value? It's even money. The average is 109. It's minus 103. So with the boost, it will be value. It's the best price in like the market here. So I'm going to add that actually to not to my card, or I should say to the tracking, but for first inning total runs. First inning under. So that's the first leg for FanDuel. We're going to find some more legs. We'll see if that moves. But right now, I have that locked and loaded in the bet slip. We can see how this one has moved, actually. Maybe it's this is for the over. For the under, it opened at 115 and got down to even money, but hasn't moved too far. So definitely some action on the over. So right now we'll plan on it, but we won't confirm it. Maybe we will eventually get rid of that leg, but I think that's a good start for sure. All right, 1 second here, guys. 1 more second. All right, so we still have the DraftKings 15% boost for a 3-legger. We have this FanDuel boost. Oh, just moved to minus 106. I watched it in the bet slip, and you see it right here. So looks like we did miss out, boys. With that, when you yap, and that's why you got to be quick. Obviously, more so these streams are to find some great bets where we find them, never to force and to showcase the amazing Pick the Odds. But as you can see there, that's how quickly things move. And we did have a good bet that unfortunately disappeared before our eyes. So all in the game. Let's do another EV run through, and then we'll focus more on some of these boosts. All right, let's see what we got here. We'll pause again just so we're not seeing too much pop up. A lot of, again, live tennis, which it's hard to capitalize on because this means it's in play. This is like probably definitely a play. I wanted to see if it even shows up just to see how quickly things are moving here on MGM. If you're using the free version, you're not going to see these bigger EVs. Plus 120, yeah, that was plus 220. So it's just like that. It's really hard to get in. Got to be quick. Got to be easy. But they make it so it's not easy for you. The books do. Of course, PTO makes it as easy as possible. But too much yapping for me. Got to be ready to go and fire. All right. Skeen's under outs. Interesting. I mean, he hasn't been pitching a ton. Plus 155. I don't know how widely available HR is. I know it's not like, FanDuel or DK. But that's definitely some EV. I'm not going to track because of HR, but I think if you have a Hard Rock account, yeah, it's a little bit scary, quote unquote, to fade a guy like Paul Skeens, but definitely worthwhile. All right, we already bet this at a better price at the 115 plus 115. So looks like we maybe got some value there. Let's see. I want to bet some baseball, which we will with the boosts, but we'll take whatever we can get here. A Strider under 17.5 plus 140. There's some EV too, some Penny, Sport Trade New Jersey, Bet Online, Penny, FanDuel. Let's go. Let's load up. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's go. There it is. Plus 116 market average, plus 140, plus 113 at Novig. A lot more liquidity on the over, but I give it 365. This is absolutely worth it. I'm not going to track because actually I feel like we've been tracking 365, but this is like a 365 only. There's slight here still at MGM with that 125, but considering what Penny is at 109 with 1K, I mean, this is definitely a track. So let's get that going. Strider. Strider, U, 17.5 outs. Another one. Another beauty. We're locked in there. All right. Some more live tennis. A lot of live tennis. We already bet this. See this one? No, that's not the right one. We bet somebody else at plus 115. Her name looked similar, but that's not the same bet that we took. I think that one's gone now. So we did a good job capitalizing, though it's tomorrow. Got some 2%. All right, let's go back and let's utilize these DraftKings and FanDuel boost in different markets. We'll start with the DraftKings one because that is honestly, it's easier to find value on DK, especially with the boost. They hang worse numbers. So let's go to the odds screen. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's reminding myself of what the boost is. It is 15% profit boost on any 3+ leg MLB parlay, SGP or SGPX. Odds must be plus 300 or longer. Okay, that is easy money for us. Let's do what we normally have been doing. We've been looking for games with high totals for the full game. We've been trying to target some teams that we think can do well in those matchups. I've had some success doing that. We got 6.5 here. Skeens, Gaussman, Arrighetti, Flaherty with an 8.5. We can just very simply start our day off with some Dodgers and Coors situation. Of course, we got Yoshi going on one hand. Press the play button, make sure we're seeing things we want to see there. But let's get going here. We're going to go, let's start with the runs market. What's Ohtani run? Let me guess, minus 155. That's my guess. I'm a sucker if I thought it was minus 55. We're in Coors. I know he leads the league in runs, but 320, that was an awful guess. Good thing I'm not making the odds. I'm using Pick the Odds to help me figure out what I need. Damn, I gave myself not enough leeway there. Ohtani 2 runs is 165. I'm not betting him to score 2 runs. I'm sorry. Total's really high. Of course, the Dodgers are really chalked in the first place. Well, home runs for Ohtani, 145. So it'll be good with the boost, but that's not a good starting point. Freddie, 295. Again, with the boost would be EV, but it's just a bad price from the get-go. Will Smith, maybe he's not playing. I'm going to pull up underdog in a hot sec just so I can see any lineups. What's Teo? 225. Yeah. DraftKings is not only betting this game. I'm pulling up underdog. My other monitors, so we can go through lineups and make sure we're not missing anything. Underdog. Not NFL. I will soon underdog NFL. And we have some NFL action for tonight. Underdog MLB. So we have lineups out. All right, D-backs just dropped an item. Kyle Tucker getting some days off because his 148 BA in August. That's never fun. We're gonna just see some juiced ass lines here, aren't we? See the Dodgers lineup. Salvi was scratched. Bieber make his debut for the Jays on Friday. That's fun. Bryce Miller back from the IL for the Mariners. I haven't looked at any baseball today, so it's nice to get my fix in right now. All right, nothing here. Nathaniel Lowe to the Red Sox. I'm sure you guys have seen that. If you haven't, there's your breaking news from 5 hours ago. Wheeler underwent procedure for the blood clot. Unfortunate. So no lineups out. So maybe we'll start a different game then. This isn't looking like Dodgers. Rockies tried to get a fast one in there for plus EV, but tough to find them in core as always. Reds Angels, 9.5. Let's see. Is this really more like a 9? It is, with heavy juice to overs here. So this is a game where we'll target. Trout has been killing us with our props. Every time we bet him to hit a ribby, he's not doing well. What's Ellie ribby? 130. I want to see a little bit better than that. Let's see. Let's go back to Mikey T. 125. We want to see better. We want to see better for this boost. Hoppy. 195. Market average 171. Let's see how this has moved. I want to see it here. DraftKings, it hasn't moved. It's just been sitting there the entire time. Okay. Minus 233, this is going. Let's pull up the entirety of the market here and see. DK has been sitting at their spot. This went from 178 to 165 on the over for Ohapi. So some movement in the right direction for wanting to back Ohapi. 194 at Novig with good liquidity. This went to 175, so maybe this isn't the right play. You can look at HRR as well. Ohapi plus 105. That's some value. Let's see Ellie. Wants 55, no sir. Mike Trout, 150, no thank you. Joe Dell, 115, no. It looks like Hoppy actually was a good look there. Oh, let's look at Shinewell, 135. A lot of liquidity to the under there. Taylor Ward, 110. One is 4 on, no big. So maybe it isn't a Hoppy situation here. Plus 105 at DK, best price in market. Nothing on Novig or Profit. Let's see, maybe a Neto, 145. We could look at some more Reds. Spencer Steer, 125. Stevenson, 110. Plus 105 at MGM. That's a good price, though it's pretty consistent with the market. The average there being 101, so there is some EV there. And Hefo, nada. All right, we're gonna lock in Ohapi as the first leg. So we got to find 2 more legs on DraftKings, but Logan Ohapi over HRR is the first leg for this DraftKings boost. I'm putting it into my slip of my phone. Batter props. HRROU, Logan Ohapi plus 105 over 1.5. All right, that's one leg. Let's go back to the odd screen here and see what else we can find. D-backs Guardians, 8.5 with Gallen and Williams. This could definitely just be a JRAM spot. Let's see what we find here. I know we're in a little bit of a pitcher's park for sure, but we're doing the HRRs even though we took the boost on DK, but this is on the Gurfy, but minus 160, no thank you. Epic Fantasy, minus 118. That's a crazy price. Corbin is minus 120 against Gavin. Really? That's a good price. I think there's our answer right there. Corbin Carroll, that's the second leg. Let's add him in there for sure. Batter props, HRR, Corbin Carroll, minus 120. So that's the other leg. So that's 2 legs. We just need 3. We could maybe do a force for these guys. We also don't need to do HRR, but based on pricing, that is a good one. So we're adding in that as well. So let's find one more. Let's try to make it quick so we don't have the odds moving the slip for us. Orioles, Red Sox. This game is a high total of 9.5. But where do I feel like we could definitely see some runs? Market agnostic here. Not a full MLB slate as we can see. I mean, this is checking the boxes. We have the Nerfy in this one, that plus money. We got a good EV there. Let's go back to HRR. Corey, 155, no. Rowdy, Bobby Witt. No, thank you. Yaz has been cooking. Salvy's out, I saw. Yaz batting leadoff. 130, no. That's Vinny P. Vinny P's batting 3 today. 150, no thank you on the pricing there. Let's see, Mikhail. 155. With the boost, it's not terrible. But I think we could find better. Smith, Langford, Seager, Telez, Evan Carter, Simeon, Peterson. And the order's so ugly. Took a Josh Smith in the leadoff hole. Even money at MGM. Now, this is a good bet. I'm going to pull this up and see if it's there because this could just be a straight that we end up just playing. Even money. Yep. I'm tracking that. Let's click right here and right here. We're tracking Josh Smith over 1.5 HRR. I'm not going to put it in the slip because it's not a it's not EV to DK for the boost. But that is a good leg. Langford, 150, no. I'm not betting on Rowdy Telez. I don't care, man. I know, price was everything. I guess I'll check. But, like, Rowdy Telez in the Big 25, especially with those odds, no, thank you, Jack. You should do me a favor. Do you have to think about it? Evan Carter, minus 110. No. Okay, so DraftKings is doing DraftKings things, not doing good value, not showing good value to the overs here. Braves, White Sox. This is probably worth checking out. Let's go back to some player props. Go back to some HRR. We're just trying to get a winner here, boys. Ozuna, 130. No. I mean, this guy's the hottest man on the planet. 145. It's 175 FanDuel. 150, 153. That's it right there. We'll find this is going to be value with the boost. Michael Harris. We're adding him to the slip. Let's see where he's in the lineup. Let's see. I'm sure they dropped this already. White Sox. Michael Harris is batting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take another quick look, but it looks like he's the leader. Austin Riley, he's not back. No, he's not back. Olsen, 150. No, I think it's a Michael Harris spot, man. He's got Albies behind him. Nacho, Nick Allen. It's Jerkson out. He's leading off. 135. No, I think it's a Michael Harris spot. The guy's been the hottest player in baseball. 145. That's what we saw. I feel like it was lower. Let's confirm here. No, it was 145. With the boost, this is now plus 615. Let's find one more leg. Let's make it a 4-legger at 10-1. But we're adding Michael Harris. Right now in the DraftKings slip, we have Logan O'Hoppe, HRR, Corbin Carroll, HRR, Michael Harris, HRR. That's another game I think this game could definitely go over. Dustin May in Baltimore. Player props. We can go either side here. Jackson Holiday, we're doing more HRR. Minus 115 at DK. That could just be it right there on Jackson against Dustin. Let's Gunner. 140. I think we just rip Gunner and call it a day. See where Gunner's batting today. I'm sure that lineup is out. Orioles, I saw it. Gunner is in the 3 spot with Mountie behind him. Odds are moving. I don't know what just moved. I think it went up, actually. All right, I'm going to add Gunner. I'm not going to lock it in just yet. This gets us to 1162 with the boost, but I want to look at all the individual legs themselves if something moved. So let's move quickly here. Angels, well, no, we want to see what we want. White Sox Braves. Was it Michael Harris that moved? It was not Michael Harris. Let's go back. Let's see if it was Corbin. HRR, Corbin Carroll. 115. It was 120, went to 115. That's who it was. I don't personally mind, honestly. I'm still locking this in. There's EV now, even more EV at the 115 number. It's best price in market, and we're getting a boost there. So I locked it in. So the official DraftKings parlay, we have two of them with two different boosts. The first boost is the Nerfy boost we opted into. That was under in KC, Texas, and under in Seattle, Philly. That's under first inning, so Nerfy, plus 307. And then this four-leg parlay, Ohapi over HRR, Corbin Carroll over HRR, Michael Harris over HRR, and Gunnar Henderson over HRR. That's 1162 with the boost. So that's a beauty. All right, let's see if we can find a FanDuel boost. But let's do a quick EV run through, and then we'll look for a FanDuel boost. But let's go to the EV. This could help us find some place to add to that boost, make our lives easier right from the screen here. FanDuel is sport agnostics. We can bet on anything. Doesn't need to be MLB. A lot of live tennis, as we see. Skiing's earned outs. I mean, let's look at the market. Plus the 24, plus the 32 at Penny, 124 average, 155 at Hard Rock. If you have Hard Rock, it's definitely worth a play. Tennis is more tennis for tomorrow. Some stuff for today. Strider, we took this. Steer bases, 175. It's 170 now. It's best priced by a pretty wide margin. I think that's an ad. I'm going to add that to the slip right now. We're looking for, this is a high total game. Let's just see. I bet Steer is better be playing tonight. That would be the only downfall on FanDuel. Let's see. Spencer Steer is plus 170, which is still EV. I'm adding that to the slip. We're going to find a couple more to finalize that slip with. That's for tomorrow. I think the promo is only for tonight. This is live. This is tomorrow, but that's early WNBA. That's going to move a lot. I don't know if necessarily in the way we want it to. Over 9 at Rivers. Let's confirm this is there because this looks like a good bet. Minus 106, over 9. That is definitely EV. If you have a Rivers account, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Let's track this. Writing it down just so we have it. Oh, the steer just went down to 155 in the slip. I don't know if you guys have it in your slip as well, but you just saw that. Oh, we should have fired on that as a straight. That's on me. I'll take the L there. Definitely worth a play there. Team to score first, Colorado. Now, this is a sweaty one. Same price like everywhere. I don't know if that's worth it. Then the ball knower in me is like, come on, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Cook them. Because I have Yamamoto going in fantasy, so I definitely need a good start in the playoffs. We do a 2-week playoff, which is why we started early, and I'm getting smoked with injuries. Like I had Jackson Merrill's hurt. He's day to day. I just had O'Neal Cruz go to the IL, Starres go to the IL, Muncy go to the IL. I had Churio go to the IL right before. Sale's been on the IL. I have Schwellenbach's been on the IL. He's shot. I had to drop his ass. Not looking so good for me. So I'm only down 20. He has Wheeler, who, as we know, is off. I have Yuri, Robbie, and Yamamoto going today. So I'm not dead, but it's an uphill battle. Let's bet this FD boost, and then we'll start sweating the rest of the games. I want to get some fun stuff going for this FanDuel. The steer, it's in the slip still, but we lost out on some value there. Because it just went away. We should have fired on that straight. Let's get the play button going. Go into some games. Let's go game by game, I think. Let's do that. Let's look at some Yuri K's. I know it's a tough K matchup. But I'm just curious what the pricing is on some alternate lines. Minus 118 on 5.5, plus 168, plus 350. Not really value. I don't see him getting a 9-piece as much as I love Prince Yuri. Didn't need to click that again. Astros Tigers. I haven't looked at it at all. Dude, RBIs. Altuve 185. Correa 210. At FanDuel, that'll be good with the boost. It's Christian Walker stinks. No thank you on FanDuel. Jesus Sanchez 160. No thank you on FanDuel. Cole Keith 220. No value there. Riley 135 and nada on FanDuel. Terrible price. Always makes it hard on FanDuel. They just give out such crappy prices. 150 because they don't offer that no. Makes it difficult to beat in some of these prop markets. But we don't have to get so intricate with it. We can do some more game lines, and we can mix in other sports, though there's obviously not a lot going on now. I'm also curious what markets I have in New York for NFL. I know I've been seeing some crazy slips for, props and whatnot, but first scoring play, Bengals touchdown. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't have all those cool props other people have. New York does not offer those fun markets, unfortunately. But we have the first half spread. We bet that at Caesars. It's 2.5. All right, so we got a good price, a very good price at Caesars. That's obviously always the goal, but I'm seeing some in chat of the Rivers I posted. They're like, bro, how is that available? I mean, listen, Rivers is. It's not my fault it's available at Rivers, man. Like, they're the ones taking the risk. Of course, definitely bet some favorites or something to keep that account primed, because that is a hilarious price. And I hate giving it out when it's not like widely available. Of course, this isn't like a service or anything where, there's that kind of integrity per se needed to, maximize. We're, of course, looking for EV. And when you have 110 listed sports books that Pick the Odds has, of course, you should have as many accounts, as many of them as possible. But if Rivers are going to be the ones to offer that crappy line, I mean, not really our fault. Not a ton of games here. Let's see, was this over 9? FanDuel 104. Let's go back to the EV screen. See what we can find. If we could just find 3 FanDuels from here, that would be ideal. Make our lives easier so we don't have to go through the manual process, which of course we always can. It's live. Let's see where there is value on FanDuel from the get-go. Really not a ton, as we can see. Not devigging to FanDuel here, but this is for tomorrow, so not going to do anything about that. We're not seeing any FanDuel EV on some of these props. Right under 5.5 Ks. This is devig to a bunch of different things. Holy crap. Minus 122. Oh, this is gone already. That definitely just moved as we clicked in. Yep, it did. Can't get ourselves a quick win on Rivers there, but can't always get everything. All right. Looks like it is old-fashioned way. We'll find three. Oh, what do we have here? That's for the 29th, and that's for the 23rd. So does not fit our necessary bets for today. But we have a lot of people new in chat. Thank you guys for hopping in. I'm going to quickly show the best that I've placed just for everybody who's new in chat, and hopefully you guys can get in. We have one bet for tomorrow, the rest for today. This is Royals Rangers over 9 at Rivers only. Only good prices at Rivers minus 106. Josh Smith HRR. That was even money at MGM. Nerfy Rangers Royals, that was plus 115 at 365. Strider under outs, that was plus 140 at B365. Also the 125 at MGM was good. Commanders first half plus 3 plus 110 at Caesars. And this was a bet for tomorrow tennis, Lizette Cabrera. And I'm not going to try to pronounce that. We're going to call her 00. Over 21.5 games, plus 110 at DraftKings. So that is for tomorrow. We have 5 bets for today, 1 for tomorrow. And we also have the boost. So we opted into DraftKings Nerfy boost, and we boosted a parlay of the Mariners Phillies Nerfy and the Rangers Royals Nerfy. And for the DraftKings 15% general boost, we did a 4-leg HRR parlay. Ohapi, Corbin Carroll, Michael Harris, and Gunnar all over 1.5 HRR. That's plus 1162. So we have this FanDuel boost. We're going to try to maximize. Boost on Schwarber or Raleigh to hit a home run. Let's see if this is EV. I think you pick one or the other. Is that the? I didn't read the fine print. That's on me. Hold on though, because that could be worthwhile. I'm sure everybody in the world wants to bet that. Everybody in the world. Okay, so you could parlay them. Oh, you could parlay anything with them? All right, let me read the fine print here on this profit boost, because I could parlay anything. This is not giving me the breakdown of the boost itself, of just general boost. I want to know this boost. It's not letting me read. I shouldn't have clicked in, but it's letting me parlay anything with that. So maybe there's something to that. You could parlay Schwarber. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm seeing this right. If I put Schwarber in the slip and I click the boost, boost. If I parlay them to it, boost. But if I parlay Schwarber and Suarez, no boost. But if I parlay Schwarber, Raleigh, and Suarez, the boost sticks. Now, definitely not thinking that makes any sense from a value perspective whatsoever. But the fact that if you put both of them, you can parlay them with the third guy. Oh, no, that's why. If I'm dumb, it's because the parlay boost is going on. So you can parlay them two together. But if you parlay any 3 guys, it becomes the boost because of the 3-leg boost. There were 2 different boosts. That makes a lot more sense, though. We maybe found a little bit of a square workaround, but no square workaround for us. We have to do it the old-fashioned way. So there's some money lines here. So we can get at FanDuel. Cardinals plus 120. I mean, that would be value with the boost. Let's put Cardinals in there. It's at plus 120. See, we could just do a dog parlay here. Cardinals, Astros, and Giants. That with the boost goes to 1254, and that is all EV to the market in a stronger, more efficient market on the money lines. I think I'm going to do that. I locked it in. We're gonna stick to some money lines. All dogs. Cardinals, Astros, Giants money line. With the boost, those are all EV legs because the money line for the Giants goes to 135, which is well above the market average and the best price in market. For the Astros, it goes to 144, which again is the same situation, best price in the market and better than the market average. And the Cardinals goes to 135, which is again same situation. So I think that's actually the best way of going about it. We're not going to get too fancy with it. We're going to stick to these money lines and ride some dogs on the money line. Obviously not as efficient, which is a pro and a con. Pro because we're definitely getting some really good EV. Con because less beatable. But considering we're stacking some slight value on those main money markets, that could be great. So I'm going to quickly show you guys this feature. It's new to Pick the Odds, probably like 2 weeks old now, but we haven't really played around with it. This will show you the closing line for all these games. It's settled, so you can see where it closed at. You can watch all the like in-game odds movement, but also you could see pre-flop where it closes. You can see by the abundance of movement that we have. So that's actually a really great feature. It shows you right here the market average at close, the best price at close. So we actually did a newsletter on this. If you guys aren't subscribed to the newsletter, go over to betsmart.co and fill out the quiz for a recommended tool, and you'll automatically be part of the newsletter. And we did an article on historical odds and the importance of this. And this is a great feature because you see, again, the best price at close, the market average at close. This could help you try to determine which one of your bets were good bets at the end of the day, or which ones, you might have had a bad bet but good result. Very tough part of the analysis, but this is a really great feature from Pick the Odds. It's relatively new. We haven't talked about it yet. I think it's been out for 2 weeks, but I was away at Bet Bash last week. We'll do one more EV run, then we'll call it a day. Have some stuff to do. Still recovering from my time in Las Vegas. If anybody in chat, if I got to meet you in Vegas, shout out, give me a shout. It was a really fun time. We bet this already. That's good. One more run through, see if we can find anything. We'll have live tennis, as we know. Some things could have definitely popped up. Under 9.5 even odds. Let's see if this is still there at Caesars, because this is definitely a bet if it is. It is. Okay. We'll track this. Let's go right here and let's track this. Even money. Boom. Okay. All right. Let's keep rocking. We'll do one more run. I'll have stuff for tomorrow. I'll live tennis. Tough to find EV with baseball starting so soon, but gotta do our best. Looks like that's all we're gonna have for today. That's gonna wrap it up, boys. I'm gonna reset. Nice Monday stream just because I missed you guys. Normally on my normal stream schedule because I was gone all week. I wanted to get a stream in for the boys. I appreciate all the support on stream. You guys are absolutely the best, and it's so much fun doing this with you guys. We have a lot of stuff to sweat out, so let's get ourselves a dub. Might stream again tomorrow. We'll look at the MLB schedule. I'll determine in the morning. Gotta get some streams for props.cash and Pick the Odds in. But best of luck on your guys' bets tonight. We have a nice, fun slate. I will see you guys definitely Wednesday, but maybe tomorrow. And normal streaming schedule back in action. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, please do @Go BetSmart. And also if you're watching on Twitch and YouTube, or if you're just watching on Twitter, please go to YouTube and subscribe. @Go BetSmart. We have a lot of content coming out. I've been saying this for 2 weeks, but now it's actually coming out. It was going to come out last week, but I was in Vegas and I was an impromptu Bet Bash. But more content will absolutely be coming your guys' way. Video content on the tools. So make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube @Go BetSmart. I'll see you guys later this week. I appreciate it, and let's win some bets today. Have a good one, boys.